Today, I want to hop on, first of all, to say hello. It's been over 2 months since I have shared anything here in this space here on YouTube. I've kind of taken a much needed break, reorganized things in my life, took some time to address things that needed to be addressed, and I'm happy to be sharing this homeschool check-in with you all today. I just want to talk about homeschooling. I want to talk about how the year is going so far. We are well into our new homeschool year. In case this is your first time stopping by, I have been homeschooling our boys from the very beginning. This is our 9th year homeschooling. So I just want to talk about how it's going. Guys, let's talk about homeschooling real quick, and then, I'll talk about life and all the things that have been happening in the last few months. Homeschooling this year has been very interesting. It seems like it's taken us a long time to get going. And if you feel the same way, you're not alone. For whatever reason, this year seems like it's taken a while to get into a rhythm and a routine. And I don't follow a specific homeschool schedule by any means. We usually homeschool 4 days a week. That's usually how things look around here. Whatever each day looks like, it unfolds the day of, right? So I don't have a crazy schedule or anything that we stick to by any means. Tried that in the beginning, didn't work for us. You won't find a strict, rigorous schedule around here for this homeschool family, but we do try to homeschool in the books-ish 4 times a week. For whatever reason, whether it be the season we're in, life, the fact that my 8th grader is an 8th grader, that's crazy to me. And that hit me really hard. Having an 8th grader is a huge deal to me. In my mind, I go back to where I was in 8th grade in the public school system. I go back to next year is 9th grade. He's a high schooler. I let all that get in my brain and get entangled. And we all know how, as homeschool moms, we can go down that rabbit trail. I went down that rabbit trail. It was not a good thing. I let it get the best of me, and kind of it discombobulated things for a little bit in our home. And so I feel like I've got my wits about me again, and I'm actually changing things up quite a bit. I don't want to say I am a minimalist homeschooler by any means, because if you've been here any length of time, you obviously know that that's not true. But I am trying to minimalize what we are doing on a daily basis. Instead of bringing out all the things and just trying to get through all the things, I'm really trying to just be intentional in what we're doing and what's right in front of us in that moment, and feed off of the different feelings and emotions and what my kids are excited about. And this might sound crazy because some of you do this so incredibly well, but I do not. I like to pull out all the things that I want to do, right? In my mind, mentally, I know what I want to accomplish in a day, and I'll try and pull it out and do all the things and just cram it in 2 hours. That doesn't work. It's not working. It's not benefiting my family. We don't need to do 3 different history programs. Yes, I was doing that. Let's just talk about that for a minute. Beautiful Feet books, the Gather Round unit study that we were doing, as well as Story of the World. And because I'm a crazy spaz, I added in My Father's World, Exploring Countries and Cultures. Just recently sold that one because why do I do this? So if you want to know how our homeschool year is going so far, that's kind of it in a nutshell. We are finally nestled in. I have taken out all the crazy extras that I get myself wound up in and feel like I need to add. Gotten rid of all the extras and back to the basics. So if you want to know more about that, let me know in the comment section down below. Maybe I can bring you a video just kind of sharing what we are actually using when it comes to curriculum, and what that actually looks like. Because I came into the year I was coming in hot with all the things, and we've really just peeled back the layers substantially, actually. And realizing too, for the first time ever, that my 8th grader might like something when it comes to language that my 6th grader might absolutely hate. We haven't really ran into that yet in our home. And this is our 9th year homeschooling, and we're just now discovering that, things aren't working exactly the same for everybody as they have been up until this point. Everyone's kind of becoming their own little, they've always been their own little humans, but you know what I'm saying? We're figuring out what's working. Hello, 9 years homeschooling. We're figuring out what's working. Does it always take this long? Am I just slow? It ebbs and flows. Okay, I get it. It's seasons. I get it. But it's been kind of fun now that we've kind of dove into what works and getting rid of the fluff and just getting to the meat and the nuggets. That, in not really a nutshell of a nutshell, is how things are going. I feel like we're finally getting into a groove. Hello, pretty much December. I feel like we're getting into a groove. It seems like with math, we are taking a little bit of a break with my third grader, and now I know this is a common thing. I've experienced it with my 2 older boys, and we're experiencing it now with my third grader. We use teaching textbooks for math. That's been fine. We haven't had a ton of hiccups there. There are things we need to reinforce. There are different things we need to cover. As with any curriculum, no, it does not cover everything, but multiplication facts, y'all know that I love the Times Tells DVDs, and also just getting a whiteboard and practicing memorization. We've had to go to different means of adding in things to reinforce multiplication facts because he was getting left behind. So he's about halfway through teaching textbooks, grade 3. We are also using the Good and the Beautiful Math Level 3. That sounds crazy. That doesn't sound at all minimalistic, right? But it actually is, because we pause one, we move to this one, we reiterate these facts, we work on these facts, which is totally okay to pause one, bring in reinforcements, get them down. When we have them down, we'll move back. That's how we do things. I've had to do it with my 2 older boys when they were younger as well, and when those new facts and new concepts are getting introduced. It's nothing new around here, but hello, we are doing it again. So that's how math's going. Language, we've switched up all kinds of things, guys. We have done, like I said, so many different things this year that haven't really gone as planned. We're using Beautiful Feet books for history. We are loving that. We also have Story of the World that we're kind of bringing in as we see fit. There are some chapters that are incredibly boring and not even the least bit interesting, and so we pull in other resources when it comes to that. Master books, Language Lessons for Living Education for my 6th grader. Pulled that one out of nowhere and he's loving it. So that's what we're doing for my 6th grader. My 8th grader is doing a smorgasbord of all kinds of things when it comes to curriculum. So I can share that down the road if that's something y'all are interested in, but we've definitely made some different changes here and there. But for the most part, nestling in. About when it comes to life. Okay, life's been crazy. I have so enjoyed this break, but I have so missed you guys. I have missed you guys so incredibly much, and it feels so good to be just filming this video again. I absolutely love this space. I love this community so much, but what was happening for me personally in my own little world was I was getting so distracted and running on fumes. I was running very thin in all of the races. And so it was time to just step back and let a few things go for a time being and just wait on God and what He had for me and has for me. And so it felt so good to have that break, but it feels so good to be talking to you all. Thank you for those of you who stuck with us through that little break. I very much sincerely appreciate your support. I appreciate your encouragement. Those of you who've reached out, thank you so much for all of your kind messages. I have so incredibly missed this community. You guys have no idea. This community here on YouTube means so much to me, all of you mamas. And it feels so good to be sharing a piece of our story, a piece of our homeschooling journey here in this space. Again, I've totally missed you guys. But things around here have been very good. We've been going through hunting season. It's pretty much like August through November 24th around here. We are full-blown hunting season, and a lot of different things going on in that same time frame that needed my full attention. And it's been great. It's been a wonderful, beautiful break. I'm excited to start sharing a little bit here and there again. The encouragement among all you homeschool moms is out of this world. It's amazing. It's beautiful. I'm so happy to be back and sharing with you on our time. And I thank you for joining me for a quick homeschool check-in where we just talk about homeschool, how it's going this year, how life is going, what we've been up to, which is basically hunting, and more hunting, and a little bit of homeschooling. Now let's reverse that equation, right? Thank you so much for being here. I will see you in our next video. Bye.